Good morning, guys. How are we doing? It is Judy V here from the Tribe of Traders. How is New Year going for you? I trust it's really going well. 6th of January already. Yay! Trust you had a great Christmas and a wonderful New Year. And welcome to the first Monday Mantras for 2020. So today I want to talk about something that, over the past couple of weeks, I've really done a lot of looking into the results of my clients and people I worked with over the past couple of years, and the results of people around me, and what has been the differential between people who have made it and people who haven't, and the type of questions that I get asked. And often I'm asked, how did you do it, or how did you manage it? And I'm asked this a lot as well, is the how. And I realized I had an epiphany the other day, which I want to share with you. And based on the principle that my mentor, Dr. John Demartini, one of the biggest things I learned, a turning point in my life that I learned from him many, many years ago, was the quality of the question you ask yourself determines the quality of life you have. Now, at first, when he said that to me, I was really confused, and it didn't make any sense to me. But over time, when I started to unpack it, I absolutely do understand the power of it. And that is why when people ask the question, how do you do it? When people ask me, how do I get a 74% success rate in my trading? Or how do I successfully build business after business? Or when people ask me, how did one client got 135% growth in their account last year, or so another one got 78%, another one got, I think it was an 89%, and so on. How did they do it? Wrong question. That is the wrong question. It is not how. It's really the right question to ask at all. So you've often heard, let the universe take care of the how. Okay, it's not the how. It's the way in which you do it. It's the way in which you approach it. It is. Because one of the things is that what works for you, how you do something, will not necessarily work for how somebody else does something. All right, that's the first thing to bear in mind. So you can't copy somebody else, because it's the way in which they do that creates the how. All right, that is the very important thing, and this is where you start peeling success back to its basic component parts. Okay, and it's the way in which it's done, and that way starts with ourselves. It starts with who we are and what energy we magnetize outwards. It's the level of personal power. It's the level of radical ownership that we take on ourselves in the way in which we approach anything, that will give us the how, that gives us the results. Okay, so we need to move away from asking how. The more you are asking the how, the more you are wanting like a tick sheet, checklist type of scenario to success. Okay, that is the incorrect question to be asking, the how, when you're looking to succeed at anything. Right, wealth building, trading, whatever it is you want to succeed at, the how is the wrong question to be asking yourself. It is the way in which you need to do it. That is what matters. It's like I say, success in wealth building, success in trading is not just about making money. It's not just about placing trades. It is about wealth building in a certain way, trading in a certain way. And that way it all begins with ourselves. It all begins with the level of personal self-actualization, self-awareness, personal power, and the ownership that we take on what it is that we want to achieve. All right, that is where it all starts. When you start from that place, then you magnetize a whole different persona, a whole different way of being, that the how takes care of itself. 100%. You've heard of it over and over, time and time again. Don't worry about the how. The way, the how takes care of itself. All you need to know is the why and the way. Okay, that's all you need to know. Now, the other thing is there's a very big difference between temporary or isolated success and exponential limitless growth, right? And this is the mistake that I have seen a lot of guys make over the past year. Okay, they get an insight to the way, right? They get an insight into the way because you're putting the work in. You know that it's more than just placing trades. It's more than just doing stuff, taking action, because that's not enough. It's how you actually do it. It's the way in which you do it, right? It's the way in which you do it. It's not just about placing trades. It's not just about taking action towards wealth building. It's the way in which you do it. And when you get in touch with that, and you actually start understanding that, and you start implementing that will carry you so far. But when you start understanding that it's about you, it's about yourself, it's about the level at which you're magnetizing, the level at which you're taking personal responsibility, the level at which you are taking responsible for your own power, stepping into your own power. When you get a sight of that and you start seeing the results, so many people then stop, and then they want to see the how. Well, how do they do it? How they get off track. And that's what I want to focus on today. I've seen it so often. There are three types of people. One that constantly want the how. They want that checklist. They want to be told the exact steps that they need to take in order to replicate the success of somebody else, right? And that's never going to work. It's never going to work. That the other side of people understand that it takes personal mastery, emotional mastery, personal mastery, personal power, personal responsibility. Those people that see that and they step into that, they start seeing the results and then slip back into the old habit of wanting to know the how. And then that's when you you will experience this, you will probably relate to it, that you will have had success for a while, and then all of a sudden you're back into the old ways and it's eluding you. The success in whatever it is you're trying to achieve, whatever it is that you're focusing your energy on, you are back into the old habits, you're back into the old way, and you're getting the old type of results, right? And that is because you've slipped off. You've taken the slip road, all right? That's because you've taken the slip road. You're off the motorway, all right? When you step into that, when you start understanding that it is about personal power, it is about personal mastery, it is about self-awareness, that is the way. When you understand that and you start applying that, you start seeing the results. You need to stay on that motorway. You need to stay on that road, all right? And that takes, yes, it takes effort. 100% it takes effort. 100% it takes consistency. It takes effort, because you do take the slip roads. But your job is to identify when you take those slip roads and get yourself back onto that motorway. Get back onto that way with which is about personal responsibility, personal power, using your power within. Is what I call using your inner technology to achieve what it is you would love to achieve, and not looking outside of yourself, not looking for the how from other people, not looking at not looking for the clear-cut, absolute, all guarantees way of doing it, all right? That's not what it is about. It's about pulling from your internal resources. It's what I call marrying your inner technology with your outer technology, okay? Marrying what you have inside, what your intentions are, what your why is, what your beliefs are, which must be 100% supportive and limitless in terms of what it is you want to achieve. okay, and maintaining that course over time. And it feels like hard work. I have seen some of my clients do it over the past year. I have seen it, and I have seen the energy they have put into maintaining that motorway, maintaining that course. And I have said to them time and time again, stay on course, stay on course, stay on course, because it's so easy to just not see the immediate results and to take that slip road off and start looking outside for answers, and take that slip road off and start looking outside for the answers that you're seeking, as that seems easier because it's the more immediate gratification. And then I have seen them go back onto that motorway time and time and time again, to a point where it just, like that, overnight, it explodes. It's consistent success. It's effortless success. They've stepped into their power. They own their power beyond which you can even imagine. The beauty, the perfection, the results, the success is unbelievable. But staying on that motorway takes hard work. Staying on that motorway takes dedication. It takes commitment. It takes personal responsibility. It takes personal power. It takes calling from inside of yourself so deeply that beyond which you've ever called upon on yourself before. At times, it might feel like that. It takes 100% self-honesty. And it also takes guts, because you need to be honest with yourself when you've taken that slip road to get yourself back onto that motorway over and over and over again. There is no way you embark on a journey to success, to achieving what it is that you would love to achieve, when you have when you open the door to this self-mastery journey. When you open that door, be prepared to be slipping off that motorway from time to time. Okay, you are going to do that. Be okay with that, but be honest with yourself when you do it, and get back onto that motorway. There are no shortcuts. There is no quick fix. There is no get rich quick. All right, there is just dedication. There is just self-power, self-mastery, and knowing that you have all the answers inside of yourself. And that's when you start to magnetize dramatically, where you start seeing glimpses of what life can be, what your results can be over time. And when you keep on holding yourself accountable, keep on holding yourself to a higher standard, and you keep on doing it, you keep on getting the glimpses, keep on getting back onto that motorway, that's when you start, it starts becoming habitual. So it starts becoming a way of life. And I promise you, there is no greater way of life than that level of self-mastery, that level of inner power that you unlock, your inner technology, and you marry that to the opportunities that exist around you. That's what I call the outer technology. You marry that to the opportunities around you in life, not just in trading, but in any area of wealth building, any area of your focus. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's relationships, whether it's fitness, whether it's career, vocation, research, study, doesn't matter what it is. That is when your life completely and utterly explodes. So the purpose behind this Monday mantra is to ask yourself not the how, but the way. What and who must I become in order for me to create the success that I know I deserve? You deserve the freedom that wealth will bring you. You deserve the freedom that personal mastery will give you. It is your birthright, is what you were born to. You were born to thrive. You were born to be, do, and have everything you need to live out your purpose. But it's your purpose. Therefore, you have everything inside of you. There's one thing I know for sure. I'm absolutely 100%. I know it, and I can guarantee it, that you have everything in you that you would love to achieve in life. If you have a dream, if you have a vision, if you have an idea, a vision for what your life, you would love your life to be, you can do it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see it. Therefore, if you can do it, you have all the resources inside of you. And you will have, once you take responsibility for that, once you step into that power, once you step into that that level of personal power that's required, when you step into that, you will have all the resources open to you to achieve it, wealth included. There is no ways that the divine, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, gave you that vision without giving you the tools to achieve it. The only thing stopping you is yourself, nothing else, and no one else. I don't care what the background is. I don't care where you came from. I do not care what level of education you've got. I don't care what history you've got. You have the power. You have all the skills, all the tools, absolutely everything that you need to achieve the vision, the idea, the picture, the dream that you have for your life. You have it within you. That is the way. Lock into that. That's your way. Let the universe look after the how. Once you understand, once you step into the way, once you step into that way of unlocking your personal power, magnetizing yourself into stepping into magnetizing yourself, it changes completely your energy field, then everything around you changes. You cannot, we're in 2020. It's a whole new decade, a whole new year, a whole new decade. 2020, the decade of vision, the decade of opening our eyes to the naked truth of who we are. Okay, that naked truth is that you have everything in you to achieve absolutely everything that you have a dream for. That's where it starts, right? Once you start acknowledging that, magnetizing yourself, powerfully stepping into your own light, stepping into your own power, owning it, being honest with yourself and saying, right, I'm taking this. It is my right. It is my birthright. It is my divine right. I'm taking it. Step into that. Get onto that motorway. The how unfolds for you, and it will unfold for you at a rate beyond which you can even begin to imagine. Everything changes. And guess what, guys? It's okay if you slip off. It's okay. It's okay. Slip roads are always there. There's always the slip roads on the motorways, okay? They're always going to be there. We're always going to be taking them. The trick is to get back onto that motorway. Do not beat yourself up about it. Do not beat up life about it. Do not blame anybody for it. Just get back on. Okay? It's your life. It is your right, and it's your divine right to have the freedom that wealth and success will bring you. It's your right to have everything that you would love to, that's in your mind, that's in your head, that's in your dreams, in your vision, as you're going to sleep at night, as you wake up in the morning, whatever it is that you have for your life, that's for you to take. So take it. Make the commitment this year, this decade, to take it. All right. Catch you guys on Wednesday for Wednesday Wake Up, and have a magic day. Take care. Bye-bye.